Hi guys! So this video is for the band and we're going to be going over numbers 45 and 46 from your book. And remember 45A, the top line, is your flip grid assignment for this week. So in order to get a good grade for band for the week, you need to do your flip grid, which means go to the website and record yourself playing a video of the song. You also have to do your attendance question and your practice log. Do all three of those things and you'll get a good grade for the week. So first we're going to take a look at number 45, the 3/4 duet. And again, this is clarinet music above me, but the concepts we're about to talk about are the same whether you play the clarinet, the flute, the trumpet, the saxophone. Your notes are just going to be in a different place, but you're going to have the slurs and dotted half notes in the same spots. So we have an A line, and then we have a B line underneath. So both lines happen at the same time. So you can either go through practice both parts, and then you can either play along with me while I play the opposite one, or record yourself playing one of the parts and then play the other part on top of it. That's always a fun thing to do. But there's a couple new things in here. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is our time signature. And that we see in the very beginning is 3/4. And remember, our time signature is telling us how many beats are in every measure. So 3/4 is telling us we have 3 beats in every measure. Normally we see 4/4 or 2/4, 4 beats or 2 beats. But now we get 3 beats. And if you look, you see 1, 2, 3 quarter notes in one measure, so 3 beats, or a dotted half note. And remember, a dotted half note gets 3 beats of sound. So you hold it for 3 beats, like this. That's it, 3 beats. So we have our 3/4 time signature. We also have our dotted half note. Now you'll also notice all of those curved lines in the song. And hopefully we watched the last video so that we know those are called slurs. And remember, a slur connects the 2 notes without stopping the air. So those first 2 notes, you would go. So normally we stop the air in between and we would go. But to do a slur, you don't stop the air. You keep blowing and you just change your fingers over it. And for that whole measure, you would then have. That third note's not slurred. So if we take a look through that top line, you will see that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 slurs and 1, 2, 3 dotted half notes. So make sure you're counting and you're paying attention and you do it correctly. So now I'm going to play the entire A line for you. And I'm going to count to 3 before I start it. 1, 2, 3. So the most important part about this song is just keeping it going, keeping it nice and smooth. Because when I see it and when I hear it, it sounds like a wave going up and down. And that's the feel we want. We don't want it broken up. Slurs make it more smooth and connected. And if you do need to breathe, you can breathe wherever you need. But you cannot breathe in the middle of a slur because then it won't be a slur. So now we're going to look at the B line. And the first thing we see is it starts with a rest. Now, you might be questioning, Miss Cinman, that's a whole rest. A whole rest gets 4 beats, but we only have 3 beats in a measure. So, the interesting thing about a whole rest is that it's for the whole measure. So in here, our whole measure is only 3 beats. So right here, that whole rest, this first measure, is just 3 beats of rest. And then we come in. And if we take a look, the B line, I see 1, 2 slurs, 1, 2, 3 dotted half notes, and 1 normal half note. So count carefully when you play this part. And now I'm going to play the B part for you. And again, once you've learned this, take your instrument, try playing the opposite part of me so you can hear it as a duet. So 1, 2, 3, rest. 2, 3. So that's number 45, your 3/4 duet. Remember that B, the low note, is just 1, 2, 3. This finger right here, if you're a saxophone, F sharp. If you're a flute, you have a low A. So 1, 2, thumb, pinky. And yeah, so for this song, make sure you really learn the A line because that is your flip grid. And once you've learned it, go to the flip grid link, record yourself playing it, and upload it. But now we're also going to take a look at number 46, Southern Roses. And if we take a look, the first thing we see, we have that 3/4 time signature again. We also notice we have a bunch of slurs which connect the 2 notes without stopping the air. But now you might take a look and you see you have slurs that are more than 2 notes. Some of these slurs are 3 notes. And it's the same concept. You just keep your air going without stopping, or you keep your air going and you just change your fingers. So to do a 3-note slur, you keep that air going and you just switch your fingers while you play. And they're all nice smooth. There's no break. There's no stop in between them. And if you take a look at the end, in the second line, you see 2 curved lines. We have the slur, but we also have the one that connects 2 of the same note, which hopefully remember is called a tie. And a tie combines 2 notes to make one big long note. So this first note we have here, that is a dotted half note, so 3 beats of sound, and that is tied to this quarter note, which gets 1 beat. So all together, these 2 notes get 4 beats of sound, and they're slurred with the 2 notes before it. So I'm going to start right here on the third to last measure of the second line. It goes 1, 2, 3. So it's simpler than it looks. It just looks a little funky. Again, that part is 1, 2, 3. And remember, you don't restart that last note that's tied. It is connected. It's combined with the one right before it. So it's just 1 note. So if we take a look, we have a lot of dotted half notes in the song. Back in the first line, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Moving to the second line, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 dotted half notes. So you got to keep counting to 3 over and over. And then you've got the slurs and the other measures. So I'm going to play all of 46 Southern Roses for you. And if you want, play along. If not, listen, go back and practice it. 1, 2, 3. hardest part about this song is keeping your breath because you have a lot of dotted half notes in a row. And I want you to challenge yourself and see how many of them you can play before you do need to take a breath. Yeah, that's 45 and 46. So now you're ready to go to your flip grid, 45A, and also practice 45B and 46. Be like that puppy over there. He's practicing, so you practice your instruments too. And I hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.